Ukraine's fate hangs in the balance. The inauguration of President Trump brings uncertainty. His stance on NATO is unclear. This ambiguity has grave implications. Ukraine's ability to defend itself against Russia is at stake. Trump's commitment to NATO is questionable. His past statements raise red flags. He has criticized the alliance. He has expressed admiration for Putin. This raises serious concerns for Ukraine. Will Trump uphold America's commitment to its allies? The answer remains elusive. The stakes are incredibly high for Ukraine. The country is locked in a bitter conflict with Russia. Russian aggression threatens its very existence. NATO support is crucial for Ukraine's survival. Without it, the country faces a perilous future. Trump's presidency introduces a new element of uncertainty. His policies towards Russia and NATO are unknown. This uncertainty has sent shockwaves through Ukraine. The country anxiously awaits clarity. The future of their nation hangs in the balance. President Trump's skepticism towards NATO has cast a long shadow over Europe. His previous statements questioning the alliance's relevance have unsettled many. European leaders are apprehensive. They rely on NATO for their security. Trump's stance threatens to undermine decades of transatlantic cooperation. Trump's admiration for Vladimir Putin further complicates matters. His praise for the Russian leader contrasts sharply with the views of many European nations. They see Putin as a threat. Trump's stance creates a rift within NATO. It raises questions about his willingness to confront Russian aggression. This uncertainty has real-world consequences. It emboldens Russia. It weakens NATO's deterrent power. A united front is crucial to deterring Russian aggression. Trump's skepticism undermines this unity. It sends a dangerous message to Moscow. The future of NATO is now uncertain. Trump's commitment to the alliance is unclear. This uncertainty has left Europe vulnerable. It has also raised concerns in Ukraine. The country relies on NATO support in its fight against Russia. Trump's stance could have dire consequences for Ukraine's future. The situation in Ukraine is dire. The country is engaged in a conflict with Russia. This is not a frozen conflict, it is an active war. The fighting continues, people are dying, the humanitarian crisis is worsening. Here is a timeline of key events. August 2024. Ukraine launches a successful offensive in Russia's Kursk region. This demonstrates Ukraine's capacity to fight back, but it also highlights the need for continued Western support. January 11, 2025. Ukrainian artillery continues to engage Russian forces in Zaporizhzhia. The fighting is ongoing. There is no end in sight. At present, Russia is deploying outdated tanks. This is a sign of desperation. Russia is running out of modern equipment. The war is taking a heavy toll on its military. The human cost of this conflict is staggering. Thousands have been killed. Millions have been displaced. The war has devastated the Ukrainian economy. The need for peace is urgent, but peace cannot come at any cost. It must be a just peace. A peace that respects Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. The future of Ukraine hangs in the balance. Several scenarios are possible, none are ideal, all carry significant risks. One possibility is a fragile peace agreement. This would likely involve concessions from both sides. Ukraine may have to accept the loss of territory. Russia may have to reduce its military presence. Such a peace would be tenuous. It could easily unravel. Another possibility is the emergence of alternative security guarantees for Ukraine. These could come from a coalition of countries. They would provide Ukraine with military and economic support. This would deter future Russian aggression. But it is unclear if such guarantees would be sufficient. The worst-case scenario is a renewed Russian offensive. This could be triggered by a collapse in peace talks, or it could be a deliberate act of aggression by Russia. Such an offensive would be devastating for Ukraine. It could also lead to a wider conflict between Russia and NATO. The stakes are incredibly high. The future of Ukraine hangs in the balance. The decisions made in the coming months will have far-reaching consequences for Ukraine, for Russia, for the future of Europe.